Hi and welcome to Electronics Handbook. This video will show you what a relay is and what some of their common uses are. Remember, as always, you can try the circuits I show yourself with the links in the description. So what is a relay? Well, the simplest description is that a relay is basically just a voltage controlled switch, much like a MOSFET, which I've done a video on in the past, which is also a voltage controlled switch, but the relay has a few distinct differences. In this circuit here, you can see I have a relay in the centre with a voltage supply and a resistor on the primary, as well as a resistor and a voltage supply on the secondary and an LED. Now, relays work by using a voltage to power an electromagnet, which is an electrically controlled magnet inside the relay, which basically pulls a magnetic pin and moves the switch. Now, that might sound a bit confusing, but essentially, you need to supply a voltage to make the relay switch. However, one important distinction between the relay and other electronic switches is that the secondary side of the relay is completely electrically isolated from the primary side, meaning there cannot be any current flow at all. This is why we need an additional 12-volt power supply on this side. If I simulate the circuit, you will see there is a small current flow on this side with just 1 volt, but no current flow on this side. That's because this relay has a switching voltage of 2 volts. So, if I increase the voltage of this power supply here from 1 volt up to say 3 volts, the relay switches, current begins to flow on the secondary side, and the LED lights. If I go back before the 2 volt threshold or below it, we get no current flowing. If I go back over it, say 4, 5, doesn't matter volts, then current flows again. Relays have lots of uses but are often used by having a low power circuit switch a higher power one. In this circuit, I have a similar setup on the primary side, but the secondary side has 2 power supplies instead of just 1, along with a motor and a small resistor. If I simulate the circuit, you can see the motor begins to spin. However, if I increase the voltage over that 2 volt threshold, you can see the motor begins to spin the other direction. What I have here is the relay switching between 2 different power supplies that are the other way around. Notice that the current on the secondary circuit side here is 1.5 amps, which is quite a lot of current, where we only have a few milliamps on the primary. This shows one of the many benefits of using a relay where we have used a low current circuit to switch a high current one. Overall, relays are really useful little devices which are used a lot in high power electronic systems and elsewhere. Thanks for watching, be sure to like the video if you liked it, subscribe if you loved it, and have a good day. See ya!